What's up, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel, and today we are finally going to be back on our Cadillac. We're going to be doing something that I have been wanting to do for the past 2 years on my silver one, and now we're going to do it on the white one. We are going to be replacing the front and rear shocks and struts. I've been waiting a long time. I've had these parts for 2 years, and I'm now being ready to install it in this car. So let us get into it. Guys, welcome to the channel. If you guys have not seen my stuff, please go down, like, and subscribe. I know it's been a good while since I've done a video, but we had some downtime. The weather's been cold. I've been working at my other job, so I just hadn't had the crucial time to basically get into it, and family and everything. So today we're finally going to get into it. It's a little cold today, but we're going to do this because I've been trying to get some time into getting this going, and this is the time to do it. Whether it's cold or hot, we're just going to have to just bear it and do it. I'm super excited about this because I've had these parts for the past 2 years. I had them saved for the silver one because the silver one needed shocks and struts all the way around too. And I bought them for that, and then, as you know, tragically, it got wrecked. So we're going to be installing those today, front and rear, and I'm just super excited. And I think I have something special tool to make this work with the springs that I don't think anybody knew about. I did a lot of research when I was getting the shocks and struts, and trying to find a better way of clamping on it, because when I had my Lincoln Town Car, me and my dad had helped me, and we had an issue of getting those springs in, and they shot out and we couldn't get them back in, and I had to buy a whole new already in place spring kit. But this car does not come with that. They don't come with them already together. They do it for the CTS, but they don't do it for the STS. So we're actually going to have to take the spring out and replace it. So let me show you guys what we got. Okay guys, this is what we got. Here is our front struts. See if I can get it open without it spring. Okay, so here is our front struts that we got. I can't remember where I got these from. I think I got them from eBay, but I'm not for sure. It's been 2 years, so I can't remember where I got these from. I'm gonna probably say eBay or Amazon, one of the two. So those are the front struts, and we have our rear struts right here. Here's our rear struts. Got the clamp on the end. Got these, I think they're resistors or resistance. I don't know what these are for. I guess they were for if you had a air ride suspension, which we don't have. So just easily drop them in and should be good to go. So those, we got two, and then I'm going to show you the special kit because it's in here. This is the special kit that we got. It is really cool. I don't think anybody I've seen on YouTube or anything has heard from this. It is from this company right here. This product is so cool. I don't even think anybody even knows about it, because even Goon Squad, V-Tune, or anybody has not been using it. And this is actually quite cool. There's some boxes here on the side. So, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what are we looking at here? This is like a pressing. So basically what it is you have different settings of springs. So you got some big massive ones probably for trucks, some other medium ones for SUVs, and then you got some for cars. So what it does is one sits on the bottom, one sits on the top, and this clamp and these sit in these little slots here, and then you just take that nut and it squeezes, so it protects the spring and keeps it from shooting out on you, so that way you can get your shocks and struts out. So most of the time you always would see where there's a clamp on one side and there's a clamp on the other side, and you have to crank it on this side, crank it on that side to get it evenly squeezed. This does it simultaneously. So once you take this end and stick it in here, and this end you stick it in there, and then you get it seated in the spring, you just crank down on that piece and it squeezes them together, and it keeps it nice and secure. And it's got a locking piece on there, so it's a really simple and pretty cool thing. We're going to use this today. I've had this thing for just about as long as I've had these shocks and struts, and this is the first time I've ever using this. So we're going to be using this today as well. Let us get on this car and get it all jacked up. Okay guys, so we got the car on all 4 jack stands. I didn't sew it because I've done it a million times. You guys know it needs to get on the jack stand. And now we're ready to take this off. So I'm gonna get a little bit close and personal. We're trying to get this out. So here is our strut, front strut. What we're gonna have to do is, there are some bolts on top. These right here, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, and then there's a 5th one right there. We gotta take those all off, but we'll do that last. That'll be the last thing to do, then that'll come out. But we're gonna work on the bottom here. So what we need to do is we need to get these off. So what we need to do is we need to loosen this bolt. This one is a 5/16, basically a 24 millimeter. Here, sorry, maybe get right there. 24 millimeter here. This one here is an 18 nut with a 15 bolt. So get my finger on it. So right here, if I get the focus, 15 millimeter a bolt, and then an 18 millimeter nut. Right here, 18 millimeter nut. That'll loosen this and get this off, but we also got to get this loosened too to get this out so we can get the whole thing off. Because I was hoping that maybe if I left this in and just loosen this, I could just get that out with the spring, but it may not let me because of the height and stuff, because it's got a pretty good height on it. So we'll get that loosened off as well. Then once we get that done, then we can loosen this. It's got a torque bit under there, right under here. It's a T30 bit with an 18 millimeter nut. We'll loosen that up, get this up, and then this whole piece should fall out this way, and then we should be able to, and then after that we'll get to these nuts on top, loosen it, get the whole thing out, and then we can take it all apart once we get inside and on the floor, and then we can loosen it up, get the bolt, get it all reversed, put it back in, and then boom, we should be good to go. So let us get into taking all this off. Bottom bolt down here, this 22 millimeter. So let's put a breaker bar on it. As you can see, we gotta come back here. So the breaker bar is working. I'm not gonna take this thing all the way out. I just want to get it kind of loose. It seems to be working. All right, so we'll stop right there. Trying not to strip it. I didn't want to strip the bolt. It goes a certain way because one bolt's an 18, one bolt's a 15. So I wanted to make sure I was going in the right direction. So I started on the nut side instead of the bolt side, because the bolt side seemed like it was struggling a little bit. But now we got it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my socket, I'm gonna just tap it. Bolt should just come down. Boom, there's the bolt. So it's a little rusty, as you see. Probably put some lock. I think that's like rusted Loctite maybe. This nut up here, so it is 30 torque bit. So we'll put this on first. Hold it. Let me get my jack, because this is going to spring out. The reason why it's so hard to get out is because there's so much force behind this that I guarantee you once that nut comes off, it's gonna go boom. So I'm gonna grab my jack real quick and I'm gonna lift this up. Okay guys, we're back. We got the jack stand holding in place. I actually did have an 18mm one to stick under there, so we're gonna go with that. This may still make that clunky thing, so we'll just be careful. Yeah, I knew it was going to do it on itself anyway. The reason why is because these bolts up here are super tight, and it springs up. So I think if we got it back on, we could get it back on with the way it is. We just have to hold it, put a nut on. So we're good. We're good. And I got my jack, and jack's holding on to it. So we'll get this last bolt out, and then we can get the top ones out, and then it should just fall right out. Impact. Get this sucker off. Alright guys, so now we're going to get these bolts off. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts we got to get off. Okay, so it's an 18mm. Here comes into play. Got it. And then there's one right here. All right, here's sir. All right, now let's go down. Let's get this shock out. Alright guys, so it should just come on out. Everything's ready to rock now. Okay guys, we got it out. Separate this fork from this thing here, so that way we can put the new one on. There we go. Whew. But we got it out. That's all that matters. Okay guys, so we're going to just knock this up to make sure this is going to fit. So, same length down below. It's got the new bushing on top. We're going to take this old bushing on the top, put it on here, along with this dust boot and everything. So, looks like we're good to go. Okay guys, so we're back. I had to do this off camera because I didn't know how it was going to work. And I just wanted to see if it would work. I think we're good. Everything was secure, squeezed down. We went to the top, kind of got it down there. It is off. So as you see, it's not holding anymore. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get this nut off the top. So pretty much what we gotta do is gotta get this nut off. So we're gonna use a adjustable wrench to kind of simulate sideways. Alright. Nut will come off. Alright, there we go. Nut. Bracket piece. So we got this. So we should be able to pull it out now. Alright, cool. There we go. I'm just gonna get this free. Squeeze it out like that. they've been in there for a while, you know what I mean? So, see, there it goes. And out. It comes. Ooh, yeah. Alright. So we finally got this out. Get this boot out. Goes the other way, I'm assuming. Yeah. Cool. And look how easy it's being held in, and it didn't even spring out. So what we do, put the new one back in. Make sure you get it all lined up. Like so. Okay. And we're gonna put this back in the spot. Get nicely over this boot. Like so. Alright. And then we're gonna get this lined up. With the spring. Like so. Then just get it back up in here. We get our new nut. Alright. New bolt goes in. Get it started. Okay. I'm going to do it the same thing here. So I'm going to see how many threads was protruding before it actually stopped. So it looks like, starting at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. I say 4 to 5 threads were protruding. Alright, so before we finish, we'll make sure everything's flush. Make sure everything is good. Alright, so we got everything here, everything's mounted. See if we can let this go. So comes, and then boom, we're good. Okay guys, so we are ready. So pretty much everything is good to go. Everything's lined in there. We got our boot cover back in there. We got everything lined up on the actual springs, cups, and everything. So now we're gonna put this little piece in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean it out. We're gonna take our tool and clean this out. Just get some of this rust stuff cleaned out here. Get a nice clean surface going. That's pretty good. I'm gonna put this back on. So that's perfect. Okay guys, we're gonna try to get this back inside the car. So okay guys, we're back. We got it in, fighting it all the way, but we got it in. Which is pretty much a little tougher than I was thinking. So pretty much the issue is getting this piece down here on. Getting it up is fine, getting it in the holes, getting the bolt started, that's the smart way of doing it. But then fighting this is the fighting part, because you gotta get it down, push down on it. And then now you finally get it bolted in place. So we're good. We're good. Bolt this bottom bolt on, and get it folded into place, and then we'll work our way down to the top. So alright, got that bolt in. Now we're gonna get this bolt in. Good love tap. and go up top. Get those all bolted. Alright guys, so now that we got the bottoms, now we're going to get these bolts on. Looks like everything is good, and we can button everything up before we button up those bottoms, before we button up the control arm, the upper control arm. So we're going to get this down. Let's see if you guys can see that. You can see that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to tighten this up. Go tighten it all up. Alright, and then we get this last one right here. Okay guys, so we're back. So we finished the other side. So now we are going to do the passenger side now to get this going. So I'm going to put you guys in time-lapse mode and we are going to go from there. So let's get in time. Okay guys, after a long, grueling, and extensive getting this cut, I had to cut this off. Apparently, the reason why I had to hack this off is because this Allen screw thing stripped, and these bolts are probably the original bolts. They've probably been on there since the car was built. So I had to hack it off. I had to do the same thing on the driver's side, but I already did it already. I didn't show you guys because I had to do it off camera. I was trying to do it on camera, but yeah. So I had to hack this bolt off, and it's fine because we're going to put a brand new spindle on everything, and it should be just fine. But these things were on there and they're tight and they're stripped, so I had to cut it. So I had to stop the video so I could show you guys what I was talking about. So yeah, these seized up. The torque bit stripped inside, so this was just free spinning, and it won't come off unless you hold onto the stud with the star bit screw, and then cranking it with get the nut off. It would not let me do it. But the other side was easy because the other side had the exposed threads. The threads were exposed, so it was real easy. All I do is tack off the bolts with the threads, and it was done. This one was a little harder because it was already flush, so I had to get under it, and then finally found a nice good chunk part where to cut. And this is pretty thick, so it just took some while. But always use like some cutting lubrication to make it go a little faster. As soon as I put some lubrication on it, cut, and it was done. So just keep that in mind, guys. But now we got this off. Now we can go ahead and start getting the shocks and struts out. So that's what we're gonna go do next. So let's get our tool, get up there, and get them all out. Okay guys, so just like it down that side, we're going to do on this side, we're going to take out the bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right here. I got you on the head camera because my other phone's charging. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way of utilizing camera. Maybe I have to get a better camera instead of using my old phone because it's not holding up to the power. Again. Let's get this nut and bolt off here. Loosen them up. We gotta replace them anyway. That's better. M. Now I gotta get a flag. The shocks and struts are on. So we are good to go. So this is a really cool tool, guys. I don't think anybody on YouTube is actually using this tool. So this is, if you guys want to know where this is, let me know. I can always put a link in the description later when you guys ask if you guys want it. It's a really cool tool. Like I said, I had it for 2 years and it has worked out beautifully, and that's the whole kit. And it's by this company. It's a clamp press kit. So like I said before, most people would have clamps here and squeeze them down. This takes care of that by just doing the top parts and seating them in like a nice little cup. Squeezes them, pulls them, makes them easy and nice and secure. You can lock them down with bolts so that they don't go away from you, but once you get them clamped down, they're not obviously going anywhere. But in case of a different type of scenario where you needed it to be more secure, you could do that. But, so I get these bolts off on here. One here. Take that off. Get our new ones. Here's our new ones that we got. Comes with all new hardware. So take this off. Put it right in the hole, like butter. All new bolts. Alright, there's one. There's the other one. Get our hardware on it. We'll keep them loose because we gotta adjust them later. Not really adjust them, but it makes it easier. It keeps them from tension on the actual bushings. So I thought you could probably put them on there, but the bushings are really tight and you don't want to stress the bushings. So, because normally they're super tight and you can't move them like the old ones were, because that means the bushings are super tight. So what we're going to do is keep it loose so that way when we get it in the car and get it at the right height, then we can tighten them up and then we'll be good to go. So we're going to torque them later. Right now we're just trying to get them all tightened down. Then we'll go up under, and we will tighten those down as well. As soon as we get this going here. Alright, everything's already locked down. Okay, so now we're going to go under here and get everything back up. Take our long bolt, get it up in place. We're going to get our bolt back into place. Do a few lub taps. Get a nut back on it. Alright, so we got that bolt pulled down. Now all we gotta do now is get this thing to go home. Okay guys, so we are back. We got everything all nice and bolted up. Everything is ready to go. We even got to put this new nut on this back. Get this set to receive. Put the nut on. We are good to go. Now we got to get is the torque bit. Oh, we should have everything right here, so we're good. So we are going to get our torque bit and 18 millimeter. So forgot to mention too, this is a, if I didn't mention it, this is a T30 torque bit with a 18 millimeter nut. So we're just going to put this in the hole and then we're going to start torquing. And she is home and done. So we lower this back down. Everything is nice and done. Now we are done with the fronts. Now we can go to the rears. So let's go to the rears. Okay guys, so we're in the back now in the trunk. We're trying to get access to the top bolts so we can get to the bottoms. So you have to take apart these carpet thingies. Close this, and we pull this cover off here, and as you see, there's our access to the bolts. So there's two little bolts to hold it in place, and then we let them all out. Gotta do the same thing on this side, just pull these little tabs down, pull that one down, and then just pull the carpet out, and then boom, there's the second one right there. So some people would say take the seats out and you can get access to it. That possibly would be great, but I'm going to try and do it without taking the seats out. Hopefully it'll be a lot more easier, but we are going to have to crawl through there in order to get to it. So let's go ahead and start getting these bolts loosened up off the top. Alright, so we got that loose. We'll leave that there. Now we see you get this bottom bolt loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our jack in position up under, so that way it holds that tension that we're looking for. Put our breaker bar on it. See what we get. Go. So now we can use our impact to get the rest of the way off. Alright, so we got the bolt out. Now we'll go inside and take off that last bolt, and then it should just fall out. So, let's go inside. We're going to jack it up just a little bit. Just take the stress off that bolt. Alright, the bolts are out. Now we're just going to slowly lower and then shake them out. Boom. Alright, here's the old one. Let's go get our new one. Alright, so here's our new shocks and struts. A little more different than the other one. Take our nuts off. But they're the same, just different thickness. So, but here we go. Put our nuts here, our new nuts. We'll get the, what we're gonna do, get the top end first. Get those in their holes. Alright. Okay, so that is in. Take our bolt. Bolt home. And we'll get our jack up here in place. So what we want to do is we're going to jack it up, but we don't want to get the studs smashed. So get our jack in place. Start cranking it up. Like so. And now we get our bolts in. Alright, so now we get our new bolts in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse the old ones, because the old ones got a better flat plane on it. So hopefully that'll be a whole lot more better. So now we're going to cinch them up. Nicely cinched up. Alrighty. And now we're going to cinch up our bottom bolt. And there you go. What we're going to do, we're going to get our bolt, loosen our bottom bolt. So we got the weight of it. Get our thing on there. Like that. Break the bar and then pull. Okay. Let's the other way. Alright, so okay, here's the impact. Bolt comes out. Now we'll go on the inside, lower down the other one. One. Got it. Alright. So now what we gotta do now, we'll go get our other ones. Now we'll go ahead and lower this. So. Alright, out with the old. In with the new. Off the bolts, make sure we turn this the right way. Get this down inside. Get that up in the hole. Alright, so now we're going to jack this back up. Alright, let's go inside and get the bolts on. We're going to reuse the old ones since they're a lot more better flat plane on them. Just fit your hand through. Get them on there. Turn. And then start cinching them up. Alright. Let me go get my torque wrench and we will torque them. Okay guys, so we're back. So now we're going to torque these bolts that we need to torque. The bottom ones get 111 foot-pounds. Okay, I think we're good. Let's just make sure. Alright, there's 111 foot-pounds. We'll do the other side. Alright, so we're going to do this other side as well. So now we're going to do the inside. So the inside is 18 foot-pounds. And the same side here. 18 foot-pounds. There, get it. Alright, so now we are all good to go. Everything is done. So, let's go ahead and get them all buttoned up. Alright guys, and just like that, we are done. The car is running great. We took him out for a spin, everything is good. I had to wash it because obviously it was dirty, but now it is super clean. But guys, everything is lovely. I've been dying to get these shocks and struts for 2 years. They were supposed to go on the silver one. If you guys have not seen that one, please go check it out. And we're done. Everything is good. I'm super stoked and super happy to finally get them in. And I'm hoping that you guys like it as well. Hopefully it helped you out putting in your shocks and struts. If it did, please give me a comment, let me know that it did, or just give me a comment, let me know that you liked the video as well. But guys, we are done. Everything is great. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'm going to go and start editing these videos. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please go down, like and subscribe. Let me know that you've been following me. Let me know that you like the channel. Please help me grow. I'm super thankful. I could not do this without you guys. You guys got me over 1,000 and then some and more and everything, and monetize is coming and all that stuff, and I just can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for following me, liking, subscribing, and supporting my channel. But guys, you have a good and blessed weekend, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next fix. Until then, peace.